a member of Congress, a Republican member of Congress, went over there and signed an artillery shell with Vladimir Putin's name on it, and then pulled the triggers. I don't know if trigger is the right word. Engaged some piece of equipment so that this thing flew off to Russia. And the president permitted that to happen?
Well, I don't think the president necessarily permitted it. He may not have even known about it. The senator may well have traveled there without ever contacting the White House. Or there's another possibility, as we've seen before with the president. People in the White House actually encouraged him to do that without consulting the president. This happens when you put people into key positions in your administration who are quite willing to not necessarily loyal, and frankly, people into key positions in your administration who are not necessarily loyal and frankly are quite willing to contradict the president. So I think it's a catastrophe.
Wow, a lot to unpack there. First of all, I'm sorry. What country does America have a alliance with in ink, and what country does America not have an alliance with at all and a promise to protect? Well, it's Ukraine. As we know, I hope by now, Ukraine did a quid pro quo and gave up their nukes so that we could all sleep better at night without being afraid of a potentially unstable country getting a crazy dictator in charge that is looking to nuke whoever he plays roulette with of countries, and which one am I going to send it to? This sounds like fun. Boom. Whatever we were afraid of, they gave up their nukes. Man, do they regret that, I'm sure. So this outraged old man, the Bucks County congressman, signed a shell to Putin, PA. Okay, I want to go over this one more time. This is U.S. Representative Brian Fitzpatrick visited Ukraine. Okay, so this is not the kind of country that you have to approve of, that the president has to approve of everything you do. I mean, I'm not a big fan of democracy. No sane person is. But I'm not a big fan of dictatorships either, which, I'm sorry, I've been telling all my Democrat friends that Trump is not a dictator. He's nowhere close to being a dictator. He's not trying to be a dictator. Now we have to worry about how every person that represents, every congressman now has to have our dear leader's approval of everything he does. And I never even heard Trump comment. Of course, do we now have reason to believe that all that heat that Trump was giving Zelensky was probably staged, was probably talked about with Zelensky beforehand? It looks that way because, well, it's in the news now. A deal was made. It sounds like a damn reasonable one by what I saw. I was not expecting that. I really thought Trump was a Russian agent at one point. I'm happy to say that he's not. There's not much room or time for him to be a Russian agent and show himself to be at this point. So my faith in Trump is almost 100% restored, I'm happy to say. So yeah, so I don't know. Anyone have any thoughts out there? Is that does anyone see a problem? He signed a missile before it got launched. The Bucks County Congress signed a shell to Putin from Pennsylvania. One, peace through strength. Yeah, fucking A. Because guess who? You don't go into an alliance with a country. Trump never said he was going to break our alliance with Ukraine. I know that's what some of his fucking fans wanted, but he never said he was going to do that. He used a lot of doublespeak, for sure, and I didn't like that doublespeak, but I'm starting to understand why he did it. I'm starting to feel a lot better about him. So there you go. And hey, comment section. Anyone who sees this has got something to comment, but I insist on one thing, and I will delete anything that isn't along these lines. I don't give a fuck about anybody's feelings. You want to say what Trump promised to do that he didn't do, but I also expect things to be acknowledged, like the Budapest referendum, any other reference to America's promises put in ink. I don't give a fuck even if Trump did promise to turn his back on Ukraine, which he didn't, by the way. But I don't care if he did. The Budapest Memorandum supersedes his promises, unless theoretically maybe he promised to violate it, but he didn't. So there. So yeah, is anybody out there outraged like this old man? I want to hear your justification to do it. I want to hear your justification to do it in terms of, you know what? Fuck what I said. Anything based on anything that anybody promised. But if you think that Trump should have more loyalty to Putin, if I'm supposed to be offended at this thing having Putin's name signed on it and launched into Moscow, give me a reason in terms of America's promises, whether it's Trump or America as a whole, as to why anybody's supposed to be outraged by that. There you go. I await comments. Here's hoping.